Our topic is about the challenges among Malaysian SMEs and investment appraisal.
Hi, I'm Nur Hayani binti Ibrahim, and I will begin the first part of this group project by explaining about an investment appraisal. Investment appraisal is the process of evaluating the profitability and financial viability of a potential investment project. It involves analyzing the expected future cash flows generated by the project, compare them to the initial investment cost, and assessing the project's overall risk and return.
Now, to calculate the initial outlay, we begin by determining the cost of the new machine. This includes the purchase price as well as the cost associated with transportation and installation, totaling RM660,000. Next, we account for the increase in inventories. Finally, we subtract the cash inflows, which consist of proceeds from disposal of the old machine and the tax saving from any loss of disposal. After factoring in these elements, the initial outlay comes to RM515,000.
To calculate the amount of tax savings first, we need to calculate the tax implication, the cost of old machine less with the accumulated depreciation. To calculate the accumulated depreciation, the cost will minus the salvage value, which are M20,000, and then divide by 10 years since the useful life of the old machine was 10 years. Then we got RM48,000 for depreciation per annum. So to calculate accumulated depreciation, RM48,000 times 5 years since the old machine was purchased 5 years ago. We will get RM260,000 for the net book value of the old machine. After that, the amount of NBV less with the proceeds on sales, which are RM200,000, and we got RM60,000, which is amount of loss on disposal. To find the tax savings, the amount of loss on disposal times with 25% tax rate, and we got RM15,000 for the tax saving on loss on disposal.
Next, annual differential cash flow. First, we need to find the depreciation of old machine and new machine. For old machine, the cost is RM500,000 minus with RM2,000 and divide with the useful life 10 years, so we got RM48,000. For new machine, we have to calculate the cost of machine. So the purchase cost is RM600,000 and the installation cost is RM40,000 and transportation cost is RM20,000. So we got the cost of machine, which is RM660,000. So the depreciation of new machine is RM660,000 divided by 5 years, so we got RM132,000. So the increase in depreciation is RM132,000 minus with RM48,000, so we got RM84,000. We have two columns, which is first column is first year until 2 years, and the second column is third until 5 years. So we talk about the first column first. So the sales is increased by RM250,000, and the salary is decreased by RM10,000. So we got RM260,000, and we need to minus all the costs, which is first increase in depreciation, which is RM84,000, and increase in maintenance expenses RM5,000, and the rental income program RM30,000. So we got the EBT, which is RM141,000, and we need to minus with the 25% of that tax. So RM35,250, and we got the EAT, which is RM105,750, and we add back the depreciation RM84,000, and the differential cash flow RM189,750. So we move to the second column, which is third until 5 years. The sales is increased by RM250,000, and the salary is decreased by RM15,000. So we got RM265,000, and we need to minus all the cost, which is increase in depreciation, which is RM84,000, and the increase in maintenance RM12,000, and rental income program, which is RM30,000. So we got RM139,000, and we need to minus 25% of tax, which is RM34,750, and we got the EAT, which is RM104,250, and we add back the depreciation RM84,000, and we got the differential cash flow, which is RM188,250.
Next, we go to terminal cash flow. In this question, since the new machine has no salvage value, so the amount of increase in inventory will be the amount of terminal cash flow, which is Rm 70,000. Based on the group 4 STNBHT timelines shown above, the amount of initial outlay is Rm 550,000. For the first and second year, the amount of cash flow is Rm 189,750, while the cash flow for third and fourth year is Rm 188,250. The total amount of cash flow in year 5 is Rm 258,250, which include the annual cash flow of Rm 188,250 and the terminal cash flow of Rm 70,000.
Next, we are going to calculate the NPV. So, first thing first, we have to make a table of 4 columns that consists of year, cash flow, PVIF or PVIFA, and present value. Then, the first cash flow of the year 1 until year 2, we can derive it from the calculation of DCF, differential cash flow of year 1 until year 2. And for cash flow for third until 5th year, we can get it from the DCF of year 3 until year 5. However, for the year 5, we have to add together with the terminal cash flow amounted to 70,000 ringgit. And then all those cash flow, we have to multiply it with its own PVIF or PVIFA that we get from the table of 12% according to their own years. And then after we got all the amount, we have to total up everything and got the total present value amounted to 720,837 ringgit 93 cents, and the amount we have to minus it with the initial outlay of 550,000 and got the net present value of 205,837 ringgit 93 cents.
So, to calculate the internal rate of return, we need a new net present value to compare with the previous net present value. Using the try and error method, we tested various discount rates, and after adjusting the rate several times, we found that the rate of 28% resulted in negative NPV. Therefore, I used that percentage of NPV to compare with the original, which is 12%, to get IRR. Now, let's take a look at how to calculate the internal rate of return or IRR. First of all, we take 205,837 ringgit and 93 cents, which is the initial NPV. Then we divide it by the sum of 205,837 ringgit and 93 cents and 15,893 ringgit and 60 cents. Once we do this, we get the IRR, which is 26.85%. Next is decision making. So group 4 Sdn Bhd should replace the machine because the net present value is positive, which is 205,837 ringgit and 93 cents. In addition, the internal rate of return, which is 26.85, is more than required rate of return, which is 12%.
Now, we move to the second part of our group project, which is SME. First of all, what is SME? SME stands for Small and Medium Enterprise, which the business that fall within the specific size range in terms of employees, revenues, or assets. The definition of SME is varies according to different countries and different industries. And as for Malaysia, SME is defined based on 2 key factors, which is total sales revenue and the number of full-time employees. For example, firstly, for the manufacturing sector in small enterprise, this business have a sales turnover between 300,000 to 15 million and employ 5 to 75 employees. And for service and other sectors, the sales turnover range from 300,000 to 3 million with 5 to 30 employees. And secondly, for manufacturing sector in medium enterprise, this business generate 15 million to 50 million in sales and have 75 to 200 employees. Meanwhile, for service and other sectors in medium enterprise, the sales turnover is between 3 million and 20 million with 30 to 75 employees. However, we can conclude that in general, SME has a fewer resources compared to large corporations.
This is the issue in article of the challenge among Malaysia SME, a theoretical perspective. Number 1 is financial constraint or financial problem. SME have trouble getting loans and managing their money. Many don't have enough money to grow or handle daily business costs. Number 2 is lack of management skills. Many business owners don't know how to manage their business well. They struggle with keeping financial records, planning, and handling employees, which leads to poor result or failure. Number 3 is marketing challenge. SMEs often lack skills in promoting their business. They face difficulties with branding, keeping customer loyal, and expanding to international markets. Number 4 is high failure rates. Even with government help, 60% of SMEs in Malaysia fail within their first 5 years. This happened because business owners don't fully understand the challenge, especially in managing finance and operation. The last one is lack of applied research relevance. Studies often focus on specific problems or industry instead of giving a full view of the issues that SME face. Now, I'm going to tell about the solution of the issue. First, SMEs can improve their financial constraints by simplifying the loan application process and offering credit schemes with lower interest rates. Financial institutions can collaborate to provide microfinancing and peer-to-peer lending options. Additionally, workshops can teach SMEs how to manage finance budget and manage cash flow, while helping them learn to forecast profits and keep accurate financial records. Second, SME can improve their management skills by attending mandatory training on strategic planning, HR, and decision-making with government support to help cover costs. They can also benefit from using affordable ERP system and digital tools to manage their resources. Additionally, pairing with experienced mentors and attending networking events allows SME to exchange ideas and find solutions. The third one, SMEs can improve their marketing by attending training in branding, digital marketing and market segmentation, and by partnering with university for expert advice. They can also participate in international trade fairs and export readiness program to understand foreign markets, encouraging SMEs to create online store and use social media, along with offering grants for website development and online ads can further boost their digital presence. Number 4 is to reduce high failure rates. SME can access advisory centers for legal, financial, and operational guidance and benefit for collaboration between government, private sectors, and NGOs. Startups can receive tax incentive and grants to lower costs in their early years, along with subsidized co-working spaces and incubators to cut expenses. And the last one is to address the lack of applied research relevance. It is important to conduct nationwide surveys to better understand the current challenge faced by SMEs and develop tailored support programs. Additionally, universities and research institutions should collaborate with SMEs on practical studies that lead to actionable solutions. These studies should focus on long-term impact of government policies and support initiatives, ensuring the research is directly relevant and beneficial to SME.
Next, we continue with the investment appraisal process technique. The two selected decision making is net present value or NPV and internal rate of return, which is IRR. NPV is the difference between the present value of cash inflows and the present value of cash outflows. Meanwhile, IRR is a metric used to estimate the return on an investment. For the process net present value, first we need to estimate the cash flow. Second, determine the discount rate. Third, calculate the NPV. Fourth, interpret the NPV result. If the NPV is positive, we got profitable. If we got negative, it is non-profitable. And if zero, it is considered at minimum acceptable rate of return. And the last one is compare mutually exclusive projects. The highest positive NPV is typically the preferred choice. We move to IRR process. First, calculate the NPV. If you already counted the NPV, you just need to copy and paste in table. Second, use try and error method to get discount rate, and try and error until the new NPV equal to 0. Third, calculate the new present value. Lastly, calculate IRR rate. The formula already shown at the below. To conclude, if the main goal is maximizing wealth, NPV is the best technique because it shows the actual monetary value added. But if want to know project efficiency or profitability in relative terms, IRR is the best choice.
That's all from us. Thank you.